Men's health matters, but guys just aren't great at checking in for their annual checkups. Dr. Matthew Franz is here in the MetroHealth studios to tell us why the fellows in our families need to focus more on how they're feeling. Dr. Franz is in family medicine with MetroHealth. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So how big of a problem is it really that men just don't go to see their physicians?
Men aren't very good at seeing their physicians. Notoriously, men underutilize the healthcare system. Women at every phase of medicine spend more of the healthcare dollar than men do, as far as for checkups, as far as for testing, as far as for pharmaceuticals, even over the counters. So men tend to not be as good as going to see the family physician or going in and getting checkups. And that reflects in their longevity. Before the 1900s, men outlived women. In about 1920, it started to flip, and so women started to outlive men by a year. Around 1990s and from here on, women are outliving men by about 7 years at this point.
Oh, so it does really have an effect.
It does.
So, now, the men may not be going to their doctors, but we're always hearing about these testing or, whether it's drugs or trials or whatever. It seems to focus on the men.
Right. I think that's a little bit more of a miscommunication or an error in thought process. The studies don't really bear that out. And as far as the money is concerned, that doesn't bear it out either. If you look at the NIH spends twice as much for breast cancer than they do for prostate cancer. That's even after we correct for mortality rates, that's still underspending. Now that's great for breast cancer, and I think we need to continue to spend that kind of money. But I think what it tells us is maybe we should start looking at prostate cancer a little bit more closely. Also, as far as studies are concerned, early studies that were done, they had that, when thalidomide came out and we had all those problems with thalidomide, we came out and we said, okay, now when we do testing on people as far as medications are concerned, we're not going to test women of childbearing age because we have all these problems that might occur.
Right. So, okay, that makes sense. So if men want to, make that longevity longer and get some really good health going, what do they need to do?
Well, I think in general, men need to go to their doctors. They don't, I get guys in my office all the time, and they come in for a physical exam, and I say, "Why are you here?" And they say, "My wife sent me." And so, and that's all we get, So they need to be a little bit more aware of what their risk factors are. Men tend to be higher risk for cardiovascular disease at a younger age than women. Now, we equal that out when we get in our 60s, but before that, they're higher risk for sudden death. So you need to know your numbers. You need to know your cholesterol number. You need to know what your basic metabolic panel is so you can know what your sugar is. I mean, these are all risk factors. You need to make sure that you get your prostate checked. For a while we were doing PSAs, but that's not really enough to check your prostate. And even now PSAs are, which is prostate-specific antigen, it's a blood test. Mm-hmm. That's kind of going by the wayside. And even, some people are saying that we don't need to do that as much. So you need to check your prostate. You need to come in and get your colonoscopy when you turn 50. Get all your other things like your immunizations, your tetanus shot. Make sure you get your pneumonia vaccine, flu shot for people, especially if you're high risk for lung disease. Mm-hmm. Listen, men don't take care of themselves as well as they take care of their automobiles. I know
that's
for a
their
fact
babies.
That's their baby. Most guys will get their oil changed every 5,000 miles and see their physician every 5 years.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that's got to change, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Men and their health matter. So guys, give it up and get in to see your doctor. As MetroHealth says, change is healthy, and this change could save your life. My thanks to Dr. Franz for joining us today.
To learn more, call MetroHealth at 216-778-7800 or visit their website, www.metrohealth.org. Next.